Hello and welcome back to my channel. This will be the last video in my series of documenting this year's Art Fight event. Since you clicked on this video, I'm just gonna assume that you already know what Art Fight is, and therefore are also familiar with the concept of a mass attack. And that is of course what we'll be doing today. This is my first mass attack I've ever done, and I decided to make it Cookie Run themed. If you see my last two videos, you probably know that I have never played Cookie Run and know nothing about the actual characters. So why am I even doing this? It's simple. They are fairly easy to draw, and that is what makes them so perfect for a mass attack like this. Plus, last time when I drew people's Cookie Run OCs, I had a lot of fun, and I just wanted to keep it going. That's also all you need to know about this drawing, so let's just get into it. First, I chose this background that is part of a challenge that people love to do all year round, so I figured that this would fit the video pretty well. Basically, you draw characters of the corresponding color palettes in their respectable place. Straight to the point. Of course, I had to find some OCs that would fit the colors and save them all in a folder so I wouldn't lose track along the way. Or at least that is what I thought I had done. You see, I forgot to bookmark two of the cookies I drew earlier, and I had to go back and swap them for other OCs later. So just don't get too attached to them, okay? It really sucked. Not really because I had to do more work, but because I liked the two designs a lot. Believe me, I tried to find them again, but everything I tried seemed useless. At one point I even went to tag search, typed in Cookie Run and refreshed the page looking through all the characters people had made in hopes that I would find them again. But eventually I just had to accept my fate, and I just admit defeat. So if you're planning to do a mass attack in the future, don't be like me and remember to bookmark every character. It will save you a lot of trouble. Otherwise you will end up like me, moneyless, maidenless, and most likely with no views on this video. But if you would like to change at least two of these things, you can subscribe and like the video to help me out in the algorithm. Okay, I'll stop. In total I drew 16 characters if you don't count the two I had to replace. All of them are linked in the description of course, to credit the artists, so you can check them out if you like. I mainly chose OCs based on their color scheme to have them match the background. Besides that, I also tried choosing characters belonging to the opposite team, but that proved harder than I thought, so most of them are friendly fire. In total, only 5 were part of Team Fossil, while the other 11 belonged to my team, Team Crystal. It seems like everyone is Team Crystal, but that Team Fossil is just stronger. I hate to admit it, but I think they're just built different. The only thing I can hope for is that my team still has an ace up its sleeve and adds a lot of attacks during the end phase. A girl can dream. Overall, most of the time the opposing team always seemed ever so slightly ahead of us. Not by a huge amount, but it is worth noting that they have kept this up for pretty much the entire event, which is very impressive. This also might be a good point to ask any other participants when you can consider yourself an Art Fight veteran. This is my 5th time joining, so it's not crazy long, but I just wanted to know when I can get my discount. I wish I had discovered the site earlier, but like with many things, I was late to the party. For next year, however, I have a few things planned. First, I want to have more OCs people can choose from, to offer a wider variety. This year I only had 2, which are my Persona and one D&D character I made a while ago, but I already have something in mind for one character at least. Hopefully that would spice up my page a bit. Introducing all the characters I drew would take a lot of time, so I decided to put them all in the end of the video so you can have a look at them and maybe follow the artists on Art Fight. By the way, I spent 5.5 hours on this drawing, and I had to stop myself from rendering this further, because I ran out of disk space while I was approaching the end. So that leaves me with this finished version. I hope you enjoyed this little series documenting Art Fight this year, and maybe I'll see you in the future, where I will be going back to my usual art, which is mainly fan art. And that's all for today's quick video. Thank you all for watching, and take care.